systems, it's over. China, you can't get most Patriot websites in China. You can't get my websites off government wireless systems in England. I mean, of course they can censor the internet. Yahoo and Google do it for China and other countries all over the world. Australia is announcing they're shutting down free speech. In fact, for those who don't believe it, search engine and put on screen, Australia to implement Chinese-style internet censorship. Australia, Chinese-style net censorship. And you will see them announcing it, the government saying that, and saying censorship is good of the internet. This is the type of stuff we have going on. So I'm going to get into that in a moment. First off, mysolarbackup.com. Be sure and check them out. A lot of things can cut off your electrical power. Hurricanes, snow, ice storms. Listeners should move towards getting off the grid, and here's a good way to do just that. A solar power generator is now available from our long-term sponsor, Solutions from Science. It's designed to provide 800 watts of power on demand in the event of any disaster or outage. You get an emergency power backup kit, which consists of the Power Source 1800 power plant and high-efficiency solar panel designed to provide endless electricity. That's right, it generates free electricity. Remember, too, that gas generators need gas. But in a blackout, gas pumps can't pump gas because they run on electricity. The solar generator is like having a silent power plant hidden in your home. It's perfect emergency power backup for troubled times. The government doesn't own the sun yet, folks, so make your move today. Their website is mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com, or you can always call them toll-free, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365. And then last but not least, the sponsors that make this radio show possible, HomeGain. I want to tell you a little bit about this great sponsor, HomeGain.com, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, or getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get a free estimate on your home's value. According to realtors and home sellers becoming more realistic on home prices, go to home.homegain.com and see the HomeGain second and fourth home price survey. This is a new feature called Street View, where you can look at the house at street level and take a virtual tour of the neighborhood you're interested in. You've got to see it for yourself, and again, it's free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, HomeGain.com. Use the Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine whether home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. Visit Max Little Orange Gorilla up on Infowars.com or HomeGain.com. I want to thank the sponsors for making the show possible. Okay, tomorrow in the first hour, I will exclusively cover cybersecurity. You know, maybe the answer is, maybe I should come up here tonight, 9 to midnight with Burmis. Why don't you call Jason in here real quick? I know a lot of stations don't carry that show, though. People want to hear it. Because I could do 5 hours on this, and the show's filled tomorrow, except for the first hour. I got Webster Tarpley. I haven't had him on in months. I want to see what he has to say. Everybody's at lunch around here. Well, it is lunchtime, I guess. I mean, you know. Oh. Yeah, I'll just come in tomorrow and do it. See, I hesitate on all this. Like, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the nature of man, the nature of the universe, the nature of our species, our history, what we are, what we're meant to do. It's mind-blowing revelations of research and of understanding and everything that I've been having. Just amazing. But then I want to articulate it properly. And you know, I'm finishing up a book, The Answer to 1984, 1776, and I've got to lock myself in the office in here this week and next week to finish it. And the book telegraphs a lot of these ideas, but not all of them. And I want to move slowly on air. I want to diagram and blueprint everything and show the interconnections, almost like a college course, so it's done, and I can say, there it is. That's how they operate. That's how I understand what they're doing. But simply put, you know the feds want RFID tracker chips in all products, and you know that they listen to all the cell phones and regular phone calls and emails and faxes under federal law, and that's now been admitted. And you know that they're announcing they want cybersecurity to save us from Al-Qaeda and the Russians and the Chinese supposedly attacking the internet. And then I see all these articles where the Pentagon, cybersecurity in San Antonio, has meetings and says, oh, we're attacking our own networks to test feasibility, and then we tell the public we've been hit by the Russians as a pretext to get this passed. Just completely immoral, out in the open. I've got all those articles. And I can't even get the public to the point of being able to understand that or admit that because they're too busy emailing me saying it's impossible to shut the web down. Well, here's Mother Jones. Should Obama control the internet? Should President Obama have the power to shut down domestic internet traffic during a state of emergency? And that's what 3 months ago, the head of cybersecurity that they hired quit and said, this is a government Pentagon takeover of the web to shut it down and to end the freedom on it. I mean, he's on record. This is the guy the White House hired, boldly comes out with courage. I'm surprised he hasn't committed suicide. Tells you it's a police state, and the thumb suckers are emailing me saying it isn't real. Of course it's real. Just like 2.5 years ago, we read articles where they were planning to shut down General Motors and ship it to China and Brazil. And now it's going to happen in front of your eyes. This isn't a frickin' game, people. This is the end of our republic. Senators John Rockefeller and Olympia Snowe think so, that the web should be shut down. On Wednesday, they introduced a bill establishing the Office of National Cybersecurity. Here's another one. And this is by federal law stated in the bill. Go read it. We're linked to it. Read it instead of saying it isn't real. Face it. We're not in Kansas anymore. They say that they will go in and even small ISPs will have government switches on them and everything has to be wired through the government equipment. That's the Telecommunications Act of 1996, where it said all phone companies and all telecommunications and all internet have to be wired through our equipment. And they built whole floors or whole buildings next door to every phone company hub publicly with everything wired to the NSA. And I made films 10 years ago telling you that because I had the Telecommunications Act. And then they come out last year, San Francisco control room, everything goes through it, and there's boxes like this all over the country. And they go, well, how did they know? They knew because the engineers knew what they were designing for the NSA to then only have keys to the door. But we knew from the Telecommunications Act, it stated what it was. None of this crap's secret. Stay with us.